Welcome to a Gwent competitive cast. This time we don't have a tournament match, but we have a high MMR match from the ladder to show some of the meta which we keep talking about in our videos. And today I have the privilege of being joined by Swim. How's it going, buddy?
It's great. Great, HGT. Glad to be here.
And so we have this match between Dodu and a Scoia'tael player that he found in the ladder. Again, this is before the MMR reset, so these are high-ranking players, 1900s plus. And NR versus Scoia'tael is a big matchup in the meta. A lot of people think it's favorable for NR. Scoia'tael players don't really think the same. As a Scoia'tael player, what do you think, Swim?
You know what? I think it's pretty even. I think it's a very fair, from my experiences, it's a pretty fair matchup.
And we're getting into the game here, taking a look at Dodu's hand. He has a pretty good spread for Northern Realms. It looks like he has his elite, he has Reaver Scout ready, but only one Reaver Scout in hand can be a problem sometimes for Northern Realms. If the Marjorams comes out, denies it, could have trouble getting through, but not knowing the Scoia'tael's hand, they could have the same issue with the Mercs here.
Yeah, Merc Tabraki is additionally a card you really like to see in your hand versus Scoia'tael. As just evidenced, you can ping off a Merc right there to really deny their potential for the Blue Mountain Commandos coming down later.
Everything all right?
And fortunate enough to have a second Elven Merc ready to go. And that Aromancy is clutch as he comes into the Torrential Rain and randoms into it before the trio can be assembled of Redanian elites.
Oh yeah, very lucky play. Feels good, man. Love it when that happens.
Yeah, every Scoia'tael's dream to not have to have Aromancy in hand to pop it out with that timing. We do see an early stack coming out from Scoia'tael, and Lacerate's available, and there it goes. And that's going to be a 12 value Lacerate early on in the round. That's going to deny a lot of tempo momentum from the Scoia'tael player.
Yeah, that was definitely a misplay by the Scoia'tael player. If you're going to stack your row, don't have your Merc on the same row as that, because your Merc will be able to move every turn, because you're going to keep flipping it with the Blue Mountain Commando. Yeah,
great point. If the BMC is available, there's no need to commit the Merc, especially when it's that appealing. 12 strength early on in the round. Lacerate is going to eat that up. And we do see the chain come out, so all of the Reaver Scouts out of the deck and the Redanian elites are united. 25 strength to 13. Good position for Northern Realms here.
Yeah, Vatran Peel is just incredibly crippled by the Merc Tabraki and then the Lacerate coming down. It's really unfortunate. I mean, we can tell he has no more Merc because he used the Commando on a Vanguard, which is a move of desperation. It's just a 7-point bronze, which is far below the curve.
And then the second move of desperation is the early Francesca, which sometimes not optimal before second round draw. We'll try and look for an answer here. And now Dodu is facing the same lead, and he instant passes.
Yeah, you really hate to have to Francesca early in any matchup. It's just, I mean, it's still a nice potential to be able to do that other leaders can't. Oh, that's major.
And the Lacerate on the pass is actually the only time you can get a value Lacerate against NR in round one. And that's actually, 15 strength from that Lacerate. That is phenomenal usage of it by Valtrin, and he steals the round. He actually probably had no business winning that round.
Yeah, that's gigantic. The Northern Realms probably didn't expect him to be able to win on a single card.
Yeah, at best probably expecting the 12 strength swing from Yorvith or Triss, but ends up with the 15 from Alas in hand. I wonder if he pulled that out with Franny. That could have been really forward-thinking play by Valtrin there, as Franny allowed him to stall for a little bit.
Peter Piper, Prince Proximo,
the Priscilla hits the medic, which unfortunately whiffs on RNG. Dodu was definitely looking for Reaper Scouts there to continue chain. Looks like he's gonna have to pull out Baron to give another chance at it. Oh, I told you so, you idiot. Try to hit another scout.
Tell me you jest.
Yeah, every NR's nightmare of not hitting the Reaver Scout train out of grave and hitting the perfect stopper in the form of the Redanian elite. As a formidable board out here early from Dodu, active graveyard has created a big presence and a large strength gap that's not intimidating Valtrin yet.
Stand and fight.
It's about coming down here on the Baron, securing the Shani and Aneki's potential in round 3. It looks like the Scoia'tael player is in a really unfavorable position right now, because his win condition is to be able to force out the Shani this round, but the Northern Realms player has both of his card advantage cards in his hand, and he's keeping up with card advantage, even without having to use all of them.
Yeah, and Johnny's little secret revealed now is he turned his silver card into Prince Stennis, which is a pretty nice pull for him here on round 2. A round where he really has an opportunity to continue to build some card advantage. So maybe to kind of bridge that gap you were talking about. Interesting, though, here that Doduo buffs Prince Stennis with the Blue Stripe Scout and is not preparing to decoy him. Pretty uncommon to decoy Disloyals as NR, because you'd rather decoy a res and then res the Disloyals if you need them. But knowing this round could go long, it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah, that's true. He could have been trying to signal to Votch and PL that he didn't have a decoy in hand as well.
That's a very good idea. And Vouch and PL, even on cards, is going to drop down a Gleiss. And a Gleiss is going to go with Aeromancy on the melee row. And I don't think that was that big of an Aeromancy play.
Yeah, it looks to me like Rain would have been better here.
I wonder if Lacerate perhaps was pretty good too there.
Yeah,
but
Lacerate
it does
as well.
extend the round and it gives value to Yavin. So
I'm not afraid.
perhaps that's the idea of just creating a better opportunity to play Yavin. And as Stennis comes out as a response from Doduo, and he'll opt not to take Igni and go with King of Beggars. It looks like the King of Beggars will allow him to thin out the last bronze card from his deck, which is a Kidwani Sergeant, according to the deck tracker.
So, how are
And now he's sitting on 3 cards left in deck, but one huge dud in the form of First Light, especially now that a Gleiss has been seen on the second Aeromancy play.
There's
Have
a deep mode on
strength,
the
my
Siri
love.
dash, so Votrin is going to have to use a different code to bring back his Roach on the last round. It's going to be very hard for him to play the last card in his hand going into this round, given that, like, that's a very risky maneuver. I mean, he has cards left in his deck, so even if he can beat Doduo's score here and force him to use the Shani, that's very risky, because if he doesn't draw a gold, his Siri dash, he's going to be in a very bad position, because he's going to be resorting on RNG to get the Roach back.
Yeah, and if it's Milva, definitely not playable here. So we do see the Redanian Elites united for a big strength boost that actually is plus 12 on that single play, which is fantastic as it draws out the pass 1-1. If you're Squayatel here, you're assuming Shani the whole way, so we'll see what Voltron has to try and deal with Shani. And the top deck for NR is going to be the most important thing, and he hits the dud. First Light on nothing.
Yeah, that's really not good.
Sure.
Especially against the 12 strength Roach. I thought Northern Realms was dominant here, but it looks like Squirtle might be able to win that. That jaw just does so much damage.
Yeah, the 1 in 3 just to whiff on it is catastrophic, and he's going to have to res into Yavin probably here to try and see if Yennefer or Igni will be enough to pull him through the round.
We were not the ones to start this war.
Igni might do it.
Igni might do
His
it.
last card is.
Broken Dash gonna hang out on the range throw with Yavin. Igni is active. He's got a chance. We know that this last card now is whatever card he had in round 2, because Dash came back to the hand.
Enough of this farce. Vedrai, Enlay!
Ooh. And it's Yorvith who brings out the 11 strength Roach, and now the Igni will not be enough, only hitting 12 on the range throw. No way of tying up those strengths, and he's going to drop by 12 strength total on the rounds. And
That's very interesting.
Go ahead.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. His score was too low, but it looks like he should have played Yavin on a different route. I mean, he expects the dash to come down. He knows the Roach is at 11. He's probably his back is to a wall, and he needs to take a risk. And the risk is that the 1 in 3 chance that the Roach lands on the row with the Yavin and isn't protected by Siri Dash. Alternatively, he could have not demoted Siri Dash as well, because then he would have been able to scorch there regardless.
Yeah, those are kind of decisions that he might be kicking himself about later on. But a really good game, and that just shows how Squayatel are never really out of it, even though it looked like prominent setup for NR. That dud of a draw last round. Imagine if he is able to draw Igni there and then he is Yavening into Yennefer. It's probably a whole different set of events. So that last round draw is really tough. And that's going to wrap up game 1. And will be the end of this video. Thank you for joining me, Swim. Tell the people where they can find you.
I stream currently 4 days a week, roughly. Don't have a set schedule yet. Will have one very soon. And you can find me at twitch.tv/swimstream.
Awesome. Definitely go check out his stream. It is great, high quality content. And I'm HG3, of course. If you liked the video, hit it with a like. If you want to subscribe to Gwent City for more videos like this, be sure to do that. And we will have a second gameplay video coming up later. Be sure to check that out. Until then, see you later.